Welcome back, you beautiful people. It is a new year. We're January 2026. So naturally, we're taking a look back at what happened in December 2025, as well as where we sit year to date for real estate in Ottawa. Year to date is all done. So there is no more date left. As always, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who you think might be interested in this type of information. We'll start talking about single family houses as we normally do. So you can see the total number of sales there, 271. Average price down by 2.1%. On the active listing side, we've got 18.2% more active listings, so more things for people to pick through. But if you remember from November 2025, that number is down from about 1,800. So significant change month over month. Obviously, going into the end of this year, a lot of people say, oh, well, let's take it off over Christmas and put it back on. We do have 4.3 months of inventory, making this a balanced market in the single family residential side. Year to date, so how did we land all of 2025? We're up in terms of number of sales by 1.2%. We're up in terms of average price by 3.6%. Keep your eyes peeled for the El Predicto video, where I'll be going back and saying, how does that play out against what my expectations were at the beginning of the year? Spoiler alert, I was pretty close. If we talk about the notes here, you can see the values dropped month over month by $29,000 in the month of December versus November, after rising $45,000 so far since the beginning of the year, leaving us at about a $16,000 increase year over year. Seems like we found a new market equilibrium. Waiting's not going to get you more money if you're selling, and prices aren't going to be falling off a cliff if you're buying. So we've seen the active listing dropping. I talked about this by about 1/3, meaning that if you're thinking of selling, going on the market ASAP would actually mean less competition and potentially more interest, because people are coming out of Christmas, coming out of the holiday season and saying, look, my house isn't big enough. I need more space. And so that's where the detached market can potentially see an uptick and an earlier start to spring. If we're looking at the semi-detached houses and the townhouses, you can see the total number of sales up by 10.7%, average price down by 2.8%. Active listings up at 58.4% more in December 2025 versus December 2024, and still 2.8 months of inventory. Not a lot of inventory, so definitely still a seller's market in that segment. Year to date, you can see here, we're looking at a 12.7% increase in terms of number of sales, but a 1.4% decrease. What happened is, and you're going to see this in the numbers overall, is the real estate board started counting condominium townhouses in this group, and that brings the total number of sales up, but the average price down slightly. So average price was up month over month by $6,000 after falling $45,000 year to date. And again, this category does continue to be the most hotly contested with multiple bidding potentials, as it offers families the best value. The issue here, and this is what I was talking about, is that halfway through the year, condo townhouses were added into this category, bringing the average prices down drastically, where the single family houses rose slightly in value. So something interesting to pay attention to. We'll see how that all shakes out in 2026. On the apartment side, condo apartments, a total of 78 sales, a big drop off there. You can see the average number, a total number of sales down by 34.5%. Again, we're not calculating condominium townhouses in here, so we don't have as many to look through. We're only talking about condo apartments. Average price down by 4.8% year over year. And spoiler alert, down by over $50,000 month over month. Active listings here, we've got 20% more listings for you to pick through versus last year, but we have 7.9 months of inventory. It is absolutely a buyer's market when you're talking about apartment condos. There's great opportunities in there for sure. Year to date, you can see the total number of sales down by 19.6, and you can also notice the total number of sales on the townhouse and semi side is up by a significant number as well. So those two kind of trade off because of the way that they're reporting the information. Average price slightly down by 0.2%. So month we fell off a cliff at a pace of $51,000 month over month. That's about 1/9, over 10% in terms of average price. We're up year to date by 29%, 29K year to date, but the headlines are could be confusing. The fact that we've got such a small group, 78 properties sold in this category, means that a few big changes will have a huge impact. We are definitely in a buyer's market here. Lends itself to great caution if you're selling, but there's some really smart buys in the condo segment over the next few years before a rebound inevitably happens. We see these rebounds, these cycles happen every 7 years. If you and your family are thinking about making a move or investing in real estate in 2026, please reach out. We are doing strategy sessions for all of our clients. We're doing upgraded equity reports for your personal primary residence. So please feel free to reach out. You can send a DM down below and simply just say, value, and we can get all that information to you. We're doing hundreds of them to start the year. So as always, you can reach out by DM, by phone, whatever you like. The phone number 1-888-REAL585. And until next time, keep it real, collect.